Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
Tonight, you are facing off with Ace Bailey. Any thoughts on that?
Wait. The guy from Rutgers, right? Honestly, no. I only watch college basketball in March, and they didn't even make the tournament. I've heard he's good, though, or at least supposedly. Obviously, he got drafted above me, but I guess we'll find out if the hype is real.
I guess we'll find out. Thank you, MP. Yeah. Kevin, over to you.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. The starters for the Utah Jazz, Markkanen and Kessler, man the post positions. Then it's George. Then there's Bailey. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 spot. And for the Warriors, the forward spots will be Butler and G.A.
Both very skilled at shooting the ball, but that's exactly why this game will be decided by stops. Defense wins against teams who are elite scoring.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Something we talked about not too long ago was MP's mission to be the best of his rookie class. Really trying to distinguish himself.
And MP knows he's got some ground to make up to achieve that goal. He hasn't been having the stellar season that most plan, but he's got time to turn it around and start being the rookie leader he wants to be. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And the first one drops. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
After 4 seasons in Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga moves on, and he was the guy that they drafted number 7 overall. But after a lengthy free agency saga in which the Warriors and Kuminga exchanged several proposals, and they had several sign and trade discussions, Kuminga lands elsewhere. So his run in Golden State is over. They're losing a good young player. Let's see how they can replenish the cupboard there in Golden State.
Certainly something to watch. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back over to you guys.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. A nice shot by MP.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Nurkic, a screen on MP. Here's Collier. Warriors with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. Before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Payton with a screen on Williams. To the left side wing. Moody finds MP. From deep. Rebound by Williams. Here's Collier. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Jaren Jackson is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Collier. Then it's George. And it's Conchar in at the 3 slot.
Quality denial there by Jackson. His anticipation right at the rim, impressive.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Pass to post. To the left wing. They set the pick. MP kicks to Melton. Shot clock at 5. MP passes to Moody. Here's post. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Butler is screen on George. MP outside. Butler kicks to MP. Butler sets a screen for MP. Back to Butler. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Jazz trail by 3. Here's Collier. Last game we saw him score 13. The Jazz working the ball around now. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
And so, MP will bring it up for the Warriors. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Here's Conchar. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Butler against Jackson. Butler, no good.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Melton. And a switcher also for Utah. Markkanen's checked in. There's Jackson with the 3. And Utah, another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors trail by 6. MP passes to Curry. Butler in the corner. MP outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to end the run. Wow! Magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
You see the quickness of Steph and Curry, keeping defenders off balance even in the painted area.
Pass to Jackson. Nurkic setting the pick for Jackson. To the paint. Curry with the steal. Butler dishes to Curry. Back to Butler. Here's MP. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Collier.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Markkanen, good.
Yeah, you can see with Markkanen's build, he can just force his way through contact.
Warriors trail by 6. MP outside. Pass to Butler. Back to MP. Puts up a 3. And it's Utah with the rebound. Collier's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
George finds Markkanen. Launches a 3. And Curry pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers. Here's Markkanen, uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's an 8-point Jazz lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. The ball movement has been flawless.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
And stolen by Butler. Curry against George. Back to MP. This one for three. Rebounded by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Markkanen from outside. Warriors with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Al Horford is checked in for Quentin Post. Draymond Green comes in for Butler. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Seth Curry.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
They recover it. Markkanen looking it over. And finished off by Bailey.
I like Bailey attacking the rim at that size.
1:24 left in the first half. And the dunk by MP.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Jackson. Fade away. Not enough on that one as it misses.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here comes MP. And the dunk by MP.
Excellent read by MP there. Just takes advantage of the opening.
Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by MP. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Kessler is screen on Curry. And Kessler throws it down.
You can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
And the dunk by MP.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Here's Sensabaugh. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. 7 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Curry with the three. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Jazz leading by just 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco.
Limiting turnovers has helped. Give their ball handlers props. They've been smart with the decision-making.
They're certainly running the offense well. You know, the coaching staff loves to see this. And now let's take a moment to see how the West stacks up here in this early part of the season.
Well, I think for the Warriors, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. A minute 20 left in the third. Here's Collier. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Collier's got 13 points. 1:09 left in the third quarter. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got MP. Gary Payton II is out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Quentin Post, and it's Melton in a two-guard. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bucket is good. Post has got his first basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Jackson, a screen on MP. Collier. Pass to Mikhailuk. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nurkic. Here's Collier. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Payton kicks to MP. Three-pointer. Filipowski grabs the board. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Jackson. Misses the baby hook. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Warriors lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Jackson. Collier out there with Keontae George. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Collier, that's good.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Warriors leading by 3. MP passes to Melton. Back to MP. On the wing, MP. From past the arc. The rebound by Collier. Collier's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Inside. And stolen by Payton. Moody finds MP. Back to Moody. And the slam by Moody.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Melton against George. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Jackson. Now, MP. Pass to Payton. And here's Melton. Golden State moving the ball around. Nurkic with the steal. It's George on the wing. Again, the Jazz score.
Well, rise and fire. Keontae George in the catch and shoot.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. MP passes to Butler. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And Utah also making a switch. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Filipowski. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you once again, Allie. Nurkic a screen on Curry. To the inside. 5 to shoot. That gives them the lead. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Well, this is exactly where you want Yusuf Nurkic operating on the offensive end.
MP finds Curry. Now, here's Melton. MP with the bounce pass. Outside Curry. Shoots over Collier, and the basket by Curry.
You see the fear that Curry and his ability to shoot with range. It opens up other aspects, whether the drive or, in that instance, the midi.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Jackson down low, defended by Butler. Here's Collier. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Collier's got 5 points in the quarter. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Curry kicks to MP. Back to Curry. In transition, here come the Jazz. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
And so, MP will bring it up for the Warriors. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Curry.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
A nice shot by George.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Warriors with some changes.
MP is trash.
Here's Collier, covered by MP. Now Markkanen.
And guys, Markkanen, there's no question about his offensive talent. His skill set is the perfect match for the way the game is played today.
And he knocks down the first one.
Obviously, we've seen Lowry Markkanen make a considerable leap. This guy goes from role player to all-star talent.
And it's the Warriors' ball. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Nurkic with the steal. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana. Jennifer?
Kind of a mixed bag for you tonight, MP. You were able to get back.
Well, to be honest, we need to get off to a better...
Kevin, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jen.
All right, finally got a chance to go against Ace Bailey. What you think?
Bro, it's...
Yeah, MP.
listen, we're down 2 starters tonight, so you're in the starting.
match up against a potential all-star tonight?
I woke up in a zone today. I'm telling you, I can't miss.
What's up, MP?
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for him.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. On the wings, Neesmith and Matherin. Jackson out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And for Milwaukee, inside they have Giannis and Turner. Then it's MP, then it's Jackson, and it's Rollins in at shooting guard. How much tinkering do you think coaches are still doing at this point in the season, Stan?
Well, plenty, believe me. Even if you're undefeated, there's always room for improvement. And now is when you want to start to make those adjustments.
So the Bucks win the tip. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Well, MP has told us that being an all-star is important to the way he wants to lead his team. And he's made it a goal to show everyone that he deserves that spot.
Well, how can you not be impressed by MP's performance lately after he sort of called himself out?
Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. MP is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Jackson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Nembhard outside. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Huff. Three-pointer off the mark.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, VA. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Detroit had a huge game. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Nembhard against MP. A nice shot by Hawkins. Hawkins has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments. Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
Rollins, he's checked in 4. MP. So Indiana going with an almost... So both teams changing it up here. On the wing, Matherin. With one on the clock. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Pacers. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Bunch of road games coming up. This could be a good challenge for them.
Yeah, it could bond these guys together, help team chemistry. Depends on what these guys are made of. And we look now at the Milwaukee Bucks. We got a battle out there after one half of play.
They've been too sloppy with the ball. Coaching staff.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. On the wings, Neesmith and Matherin. Topping out there with Isaiah Jackson. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position.
Yeah, the defense making it too easy for Matherin. You got to push him farther back.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Jackson. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist by MP.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Halliburton for three. Oh, Halliburton deadly from deep.
And he has taken over this game. Halliburton looks like he's on cruise control at this point.
Turner, a screen on Halliburton. MP, the pass to Antetokounmpo. From deep, MP. MP buries the triple.
Well, how about MP right there? Just drilling a three of his own for good measure.
Neesmith passes to Matherin. Here's Halliburton. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Grant.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Halliburton for three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
There's a screen by Turner. MP, the pass to Turner. Indiana with a rebound. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
So Milwaukee wins it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Coach.
Over to you, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Dom. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Good game, MP.
All right. The Life NBA stars in all five.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home?
Nothing quite like a rivalry game. We all love them. Richard, how much extra attention do these games get from the players and the coaches?
Our players won't say it to the media, but we know what's at stake. Since the schedule was released, these games have been circled on the calendar by both teams.
MP is not taking these conference matchups lightly. He doesn't want to just be the best and make it into the All-Star game. He has made it known he wants to be the guy.
MP certainly backing up that talk with his walk. He's done what he needs to against the conference foes to this point. Keep it going, and he's well on his way to backing up that claim.
Look at the 76ers starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. The pairing up front is Harris and Embiid. And it's Edwards in at the three.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here.
Bucks trail by 4. MP out there with Malik Monk. And there's Miles Turner. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Harris in at the three, the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And you knew MP hit the ground running in his career, but now he has passed Luka Doncic as the fastest to reach 5,000 points.
For a guy that came in with so much hype like MP, he has certainly lived up to it. Getting the 5,000 points.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We come back right after this.
the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5.
And a look back now at the first half, as the Sixers have a tight game on their hands.
Their focus on defense has been inconsistent.
And that is a wrap.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty even. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Edwards. Jared McCain is out there with Williams. And there's Embiid. And it's De Silva in at the power forward position. Williams for three. A rebound by the Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. A three from MP. They get it back. Shots good by Turner.
Effort points by Turner. Working hard inside. Getting rewarded with some points.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Achua, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the foul called on MP. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can...
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now let's go courtside with Jennifer Quintana.
We're here with MP after a strong win. What did you see that you liked?
Guys were setting solid screens.
Kevin, back to you.
As always, we appreciate it, Jen.
MP!
Right here. Yo, T-Man.
Yes.
It did, yeah. People don't want to hear excuses, but hey, that's just medical reality. And, yeah, we're pretty much all sick. And we play like it to start the game. That's normal, I think. But we didn't.
All right, MP, this is it. Last night of your All-Star video series.
Like those kicks, MP?
Those kicks, MP. good, MP.
Let's go, MP. Hey, how's it going, MP?
Mama, there goes that man. Good, MP. Looking good, MP.
MP about to tear the roof off.
What's up, MP? night tonight. In the house. Game time. Let's get it, MP.